Hello. So I am in a space where I just feel so incredibly happy to be here, be alive. Um, this past weekend, I actually experienced one of the most profound, um, intimate, coming home to myself experiences I've ever had in my entire life. And I want to talk to you about it because I think that this is such a beautiful transition into being and into realizing and remembrance. And this really happens when we surrender. Um, the last 8 years of my life have been so deeply ingrained into programming and a sense of harsh detail that I put on myself, right? And I didn't understand why I was chasing perfection, why I was chasing this life that I had been conditioned to believe was real, to believe was certain, that I had basically shut the door on all other possibilities. And that's when we really come to the realization that we're living in such a program. Um, Union is simply accepting all that has come to be so you can be in what is now, and that is presence. And you fight it at first, you fight this sense of understanding because you've only known trauma, you've only known dishonor, you've only known cheating, you've only known toxicity, you've only known the same stories. And when that real story makes its way into your heart, you really start to see that life is full of it. You really start to see that life is this understanding that we make with ourselves. And that understanding says, it was never about you. It was never about you. It was always me. It was always my heart that needed the healing. It was always my heart that needed the realization, that really needed the attention that we seek in other people. And I was so sick of seeking that attention. I was so sick of finding pain in every single story that I began to write that I said, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm coming back to me. I need to feel this. I need to understand me. And I closed the door to relationships. I closed the door to feelings that brought up that past version of myself. If I was like getting caught in these anger modes, if I was getting caught in this disregard of self, what was the catalyst of that? And so I had to really seek that in every single relationship. And one of those relationships was with one of my best friends in the whole world. We were best friends for 15 years. And I love her to death. I literally love her so much, still to this day. But she was still in a cycle of old friendships. She was still in a cycle of playing small. She was still in a cycle of not ready, being so fearful of the level up. And I totally understood that. But that was not my path, and that's not where I am. And so I had to close the door to that in order to see who I am. And that came with a lot of fucking grief. Because I think that that was kind of a part of my last chapter that really kept me grounded in this wound. And the wound I had been carrying was with my ex. His name was Jonathan. And I spent so many years in love with this man. I spent so many years hopeful that we would align in our truest form. And the real mad realization is we did align in our truest form when that time was lived. And then we realigned in our dream world and we made peace. And when we did that, he was able to move on because I no longer held this grip over him. I no longer held control over his heart. And that's because I released control in my heart. I released anger in my heart. I released resentment in my heart, and I let him go. And through that, he was able to find union with someone else, and I found union with myself. This is such a intense topic, because I feel like setting him free set me free. And I feel like I'm now not bound to this earth. Like I'm actually exploding with love and reverence for all that he taught me, because it was not only within the relationship that he taught me to control my emotions and to control my anger and to control, my way of being, right? Like when things weren't working, he would say it's not working, and we would split. And in that moment, I'd be like, why are you leaving me when I need you? Why are you doing this to me? And like my lower self just felt like I needed this savior. And I hated him because I was like, you treat me like I'm your daughter. I just want you to be my partner. But I was acting like a daughter. I was acting like I was in that victim mode. I wasn't ready to take control. I wasn't ready to take responsibility over my life. And so we butt heads. And we were not able to truly align because there was not peace in our own minds. And so there was not peace in the relationship. And we grew, we grew together. Like we really were in such a state of comfort. And that comfort is what kept us in such a playing small area of being. But he finally let me go. It was probably February of 2018. And not even let me go. Like it was just a physical. And 2019 in February, I decided to leave Detroit with a new partner, and I was going to start over, and I was going to forget him. But what really happened was I had just put a Band-Aid over the wound, and that wound carried me deeper and deeper and deeper into a shadow because I was just avoiding the work. And the work was really calling me to look at the wound even further. Jonathan's birthday was 2 days before or after my dad's. He held such a deep resemblance of my father, and I always wanted this relationship with my dad that never happened. And so it's like I created it with John. And so that love was really an absence of love that I had searched for from a wound that I was holding on to from my father. And I had to recognize that that was not love. That was control. And that was my inner child trying to control the scenario, trying to control my heart space, trying to control, every person that came into my life. And when that person wouldn't give me what I needed, what I wanted, I would treat them like they were absolute shit. I would treat them like they were irreplaceable because I did not truly love myself. And so this love that I had for the last 8 years, where I learned so much in the relationship, I was able to learn outside of it. Because all that he had asked of me was for freedom, was for liberation. And then I tied myself to somebody else who would not give me that. And so I entered this triangle of fucking love and hatred with two people that really just saw the best in me, but who brought out the worst because I did not see the best in me. This is just, wow. It's like when you have an aha moment and you're like, oh my God, But now I see, I see it. I see all the reasons it had to go this way, because in those relationships with Jonathan and with my other ex, I was so forced to really like follow their path. I was so obsessed with how can I create your vision? How can I help your vision come to life? When in fact, coming into union with myself has shown me that the female is the one that has the vision, and the male comes through to help manifest and make that vision come to life. Okay, that's why we really need to understand the masculine and feminine energies, because it's not just alignment with what they want, it's what you want. And that adds to the value of abundance that you build together through understanding each other, through allowing each other to simply be. And as you grow, as you evolve, as you align, what happens is you grow together, and those roots get grounded into the earth, and such a foundation that now allows you to stand in a stable understanding of grounding, a knowing. So I love the fact that my love, my heart is what really led me into this space, because seeing my ex partner, who would never post me, who would never acknowledge me really in front of family and friends, actually do that with a new person shows me that he has actually found love. And maybe it is nothing, that I think or believe in. Maybe it's completely different. But the fact is, if he can stand there and say, this is someone that truly brings me to my heart space, that is all the freedom I need to have. That's all the love I want to give back to him. Thank you. Thank you for finding your love, because you showed me that it's possible for me to too. And I have. You know, it's kind of incredible when we really put the work back into the wounding that we are going through, that we're dealing with. We are able to see some of the most beautiful pictures. Before we only saw a close up and little pieces that gave us a sense of feeling and wonder and joy for the moment being. But what I'm really realizing is that love is everlasting. Love is evergreen, evermore. It's something that really frees you. It lets you know that you're not bound to just any old simple life, that you can live any life multiple times or just once. It's understanding that the life that you're living, you asked for and you created it. It's recognizing that when you decided to finally let go, you really let God open your mind and heart to the elements that surround you. I've been building this home. I've been building friendships that are lasting. I've been building all these new ways of being. And for so long, I was questioning every way of being. Well, if I'm not vegan, I can't be spiritual. If I'm not, if I'm not doing yoga every morning, I can't be spiritual. If I'm not meditating every single day, I can't be spiritual. And I was trying to continue to restrict myself to identities and identities. But the thing is, identities keep you locked and bound. The best part is moving through it, is learning something new, is flowing into the beauty of vulnerability, of trust, and acknowledgement of all that you are, so you can really create from a place of presence. And that is the abundance of God. That is the joy of God. That is the excitement of God. It is when we create from a place of presence. And I'm like, fuck, I need to be podcasting every day. But the thing is, if I don't have the message, I can't relay something, right? I need to experience and gain inspiration and knowing. And then I can come here and tell you what I've learned, because that is experience. That is art. Art is taking everything that you are living, the pain, the beauty, the joy of it, and putting it out there for it to be seen, heard, felt, because it touches so many hearts. And that's my goal here on this earth. It's just to touch hearts. It's just to remind you of your being. It's just to remind you of those moments. And every single moment has a feeling. And if I'm not sharing that feeling, if I'm not giving it to you, I'm not doing what I'm sent here to do. And so I really had to step back. I really had to see myself and say, it's not about hurting your feelings, right? It's about sharing feelings. I want to know when your heart got broken. I want to know how you've healed from it. As most people, they won't even tell you. They don't even know if they've healed from it because they've consistently put a band-aid and a program and a lock and a box over all of these emotions. And it's like, baby, break free from it. I want to see you explode. And if you can't explode through expression physically, I want to see it artistically. I want to see it on paper. I want to see words written. I want to see art splattered. I want to see paint splattered on a canvas. I want to feel everything that you're feeling because then I know that there's resonance between both of us as humans. There's connection. I don't want to gossip. I don't want to talk shit. I don't want to hate on you. And I think that happens when we're not supported, and it happens when we're not happy with ourselves and we're not being still with ourselves. We're not asking what's coming up. I wrote through this journal everything. And I just finished another journal where I have everything. And that's when I look back and I see like every single moment that was written in this journal is a part of me that I created. There's moments in the journal when I'm saying, I just need to get to Mexico. And now I'm here. All because I believed. All because I fought for it. All because I became it. And it doesn't look pretty, baby. Okay, some moments I'm feeling on top of the world. Other moments I'm crying on my fucking floor because I'm like, bitch, I don't know how I'm going to pay my damn rent this month. Help me out, Lord. But somehow it always gets done. Somehow it's always figured out. Somehow spirit makes a way because I'm supposed to be in this space. That's union. When you see that you are actually in a space that you have no control over, it's just given to you. This week, I think Sunday will be my 6th month here. How is that possible that I've actually been given this gift, right? But I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have taken this leap if I would have stayed with Jonathan. I wouldn't have taken this leap if I would have stayed with my other partner. Well, I don't even want to call them partners because they weren't. They were just pieces of the puzzle that led me back to myself. There were times last year at this time that we were still talking to each other in our dreams because we still had not let go. And I think we'll probably talk in our dreams forever. $134. Okay, that's an 8. We love each other because humans love. No matter how much hurt you feel, I've always still had love for those people. Even when I didn't have love for myself. And now that I do, I have even more love to give them. That is how we as humans get to decide. That is how we get to grow and evolve. It's by simply being, giving, forgiving, and understanding through acceptance that we are all love. We are all beings figuring out ourselves, what we need, what we want, what makes us feel alive, what makes us cry, what makes us hurt. We cannot hold hatred towards each other. Only compassion and understanding, and that right there, my friends, is the yin. That is the feminine energy. It's compassion. It's nurture. Despite the pain, I still give you love. I just want you right now to close your eyes, fall into your sit bones, relax your shoulders, bring your right hand to your heart, bring your left hand to your belly. Just breathe into the belly, expanding the ribs. Slowly release your breath. Expand deeper into the ribs, bringing your breath all the way through the nose. Release. Thank you. Without you, I would not be as resilient as I am. I would not be as forgiving as I am. I would not be as loving as I am. I thank you, heart. Thank you. Feel that resonance of gratitude in your heart. Maybe it's thank you for simply being right here in your body in this presence. Maybe it's thank you for just listening. Maybe it's thank you for just knowing that everything is going to be okay. That vibration under your hand is real, and it deserves recognition. Don't shy away from love. Don't shy away from how you feel. No. You are loved and you are held in the highest regard. You wouldn't be here on this earth right now if you weren't. You have something to show. You have something to give. So if you feel called to be a farmer, maybe go back and farm on those lands. If you feel called to the simple life, get back to simplicity. I am working on a project right now that honors simplicity, and it's just in the beginning stages. And I can't wait to talk more about it. But this is a time now that we commune, that we come together, that we help each other build dreams, that we help each other build in love, so we all have a chance to experience an abundant, beautiful life. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. The beauty that you've been looking for is looking at you in the eyes. I hope you're ready. We're in Pisces season now. We're about to come up on Aries. And when we do, you'll be having to say no to bookings. You'll be having to say no to people coming forward to you to ask for work, to ask to work with you, to help you, okay? Dream right now. Get into your dream mode. Get into your heart space and dream everything. The impossible is waiting for you on the other side. I promise you, this is your time. Step into it. love into it. You guys are going to be coming into union with partners. You're going to be meeting people that feel like that you've known them for thousands and thousands of years, that you can really trust, learn, understand, know. Get ready. I think that's all I have today. I'm going to do a prediction episode soon, but I just really wanted to share this with you. I'm still just absolutely blown away and downloading this energy and what it feels like. But just know you guys are all so deserving of everything that you're going to get. So continue to love and breathe through it and watch as it unfolds. No stress, no worries, all love. Peace.